Hi, Pastor John Kriske with another word for the week. There is no way Val should have been alive. It was when she was in her mother's womb as an unborn baby, and there was actually a blood clot in the umbilical cord. So there was no way that she could get oxygen. And yet, even after being like that for a time, she was born without any brain damage. She was breathing. She was as healthy as any other child. Why did she make it? I suppose all you could say is because God wanted her to be alive. I think maybe that was the question for many of those people in Bethlehem at the time when Jesus had to be taken by his parents to save his life. It was deranged King Herod who had found out that there was this king of the Jews who had been born under 2 years old down there in Bethlehem, and so he, in his madness, decreed that every child there in Bethlehem be butchered. And they were. And yet, Jesus got out of town in time. Matthew chapter 2. After the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared to Joseph in a dream. He said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, because Herod will search for the child in order to kill him." And so maybe that question, why did that little child of Mary and Joseph make it and not all the other ones? In one sense, a difficult, if not unanswerable question for us. Why does God allow such evil, such murders, such traumatic deaths to take place when finally he could have prevented them? And why Jesus out of all the others? That's an easier question to answer, because he was the Son of God who by his escape allowed the others to escape even worse. For those little children who were butchered, for their souls to be taken to heaven, for those who mourned and were overcome by grief, for them to be saved from their despair by Jesus being that escape from spiritual death of despair and finally of eternal death of being rescued to him. You see, God got him out in order to preserve him for an even more terrible death. One that was suffered for all the sins of the world, including the despair that would take us away from God. And even to go through, in a sense, a hellish death, so that when we die, our souls, like his, can be carried by our Father into heaven. Yeah, Jesus really is the answer to those questions. Why would God allow us to face all the darkness of death that we do in this world? Because he is our escape. He is our way. And so when we honor him, when we remember especially his life, even above those that we've lost in this world, God is making that way available to us, as he has our loved ones, to be with him in heaven, despite the most evil and darkest of deaths. I hope that you can be with us again this coming weekend, online or even in person, to see all that Jesus is. That's our theme for the month, 5:30 on Saturday night, 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. God bless.